Yes, Papa in the Woods. We're here at Terry Cemetery today. We're going to look for an old road into no business that's been closed off since the Park Service opened this place up. And today got Kerry Woolbright, Jacob Crabtree, old buddy Frank, and Little Dog. And we're going to get down in there and try to ford No Business Creek if we can, but after the rains and the floods, I got little hope of that. But we're going to head on down the trail. We're less than 100 yards down from trailhead, and we're taking this little, kind of hard to see road off to the right. It's supposed to go on down in toward No Business. We're just hoping it's it. Yeah, this old road was grown up a bit at the top of the mountain, but man, down in here, it's clear, easy to follow. Pretty amazing for a road that's been closed for 50 years, and there's no horse traffic on it. It's just easy traveling. And that right there looks like a face, probably of a Native American watching out over the No Business Creek Valley. Pretty cool. A little wet weather stream comes down off the mountain, goes under the road, and you see those are stacked rocks. So they've left themselves their own little culvert system to go under the road. It's pretty neat. Just stepped off the old road. We're probably 3/4 of a mile out it now, and had read that there were remnants of an old stone wall along the road, and obviously this is an old stacked stone wall beside the road. On down the road, here's more evidence of the stone wall. Pretty neat. It's even better over there. Yeah, this is good evidence of the old stone wall. Pretty cool. It took a lot of work to build that. I stepped down off the road, and there's that big stone. I just took a picture of the hemlock growing out of. And there's remnants of an old stone wall running right here for whatever reason. Right to the creek bank. Little stream. Flowing, pure, clear. It's just beautiful. Yeah, I think we followed it down, and it's probably not a mile from Terry Cemetery, and we have officially found no business. And we're looking now for the remains of Charlie Slavin homesite and cabin. Okay, we walked right into it, and I'm sure we're standing in the footprint of Charlie Slaven's cabin. There is stone wall to that corner, stone to that corner, stone running to there, and here is the other corner. Of course, there'll be no logs or anything. They would have decayed away over the years. And there's really a low spot right beside it. I have no idea what that is. And we're here coming back to the cabin site. There's one of the corners. And there's a old pipe
After I get my beef jerky out here.
of some sort. I have no idea about that. It's got that big hook on the end of it or something. And of course, around old home places, they're not blooming, but there's daffodils. Yeah, we're getting ready to move on, and Charlie Slavin cabin was once here, and right there are the cornerstone. Here's a big cut stone. Right in here is a pile of stone, which is usually evidence of a chimney that fell, probably off this end of the cabin. And there were some more stones scattered, but we're gonna move on. Yeah, we just left the Charlie Slavin home site, and there is an old stone retaining wall all the way up through here as we're venturing forward the crossing with No Business Creek to see if we can get through there today. But yeah, this wall follows way on up through here. Hey, we've made it to No Business Creek, and after all the heavy rains and major flooding we had during the week, it is not up too bad, and it is beautiful. We're gonna look around for a bit and try to find a place to cross. Man, No Business Creek is beautiful. And the trail we need to get to is right there. Oh well, we'll see. We left Charlie Slaven's home place, found No Business Creek, and we have traveled 50, 75 yards down No Business Creek, and we came to this stone wall leading right up to No Business Creek. And it's probably every bit of 4 feet in width. And it's got to go directly back up to the Charlie Slavin home place. Maybe there could have been an old bridge crossing here, but it runs way back up into the woods. And right here, we're still not a few hundred yards down No Business Creek from the Charlie Slavin home place and that old stone wall we were just at. And right here are some amazing big steel cables. And all of these stacked rocks that had to be a swinging bridge across from there to there. Man, that's amazing. It's kind of like we've ran into before in the No Business Valley, these rock piles where they've stacked the stones up to clear the land for whatever reason. And there's 5 of them right here. Yeah, a few minutes ago we were trying to figure out how to get across No Business Creek. We finally took our boots off and across the creek, and we're coming up on the road. And I just want to show that rock wall, an old fence. road's right on top of that. This is an amazing thing about these people down in here. Little wash, it's not a running spring, but when it rains, quite a bit of water comes down it. But they've engineered their own culverts underneath these roads to keep the water from washing the roads out. Man, that's fascinating. These people were engineers. Okay, this is just past that culvert under the road, and we have came up on what is definitely a home site right beside No Business Road. That was the old chimney. And earlier in a video I did, I misidentified where I thought Dewey Slaven lived. Pretty sure this was Dewey and Nimrod's home site. I've done some research, and it was supposed to be right in here, right beside the road, and there is so much metal still left laying around that would have probably decayed more over time, because Dewey moved out of here in the 1960s. So I am almost certain that these structures were Dewey and Nimrod. And man, the flowers, this had to be some sort of an old outbuilding. You can still see the footprint of a building I'm standing on the side of here. Maybe even a fireplace here too, a chimney. But man, this is cool. Yeah, we came through here last year in October, and a lot of leaves still on trees. We didn't even see this. But I'm pretty sure that's Dewey and Nimrod Slaven's cabin. By the research I've done, some of the things I've found out, it's just, sometimes you get to one of these old home sites and you just know why they settled here. It's so beautiful. And why wouldn't you have? This is kind of in behind the Slavin home site we just came to. You can tell it was much clearer. There's no retaining wall. And supposed to be an old barn at one time was over here. More than likely, there's some stones, cut stones, more likely it was right there. So I'm gonna head on. My crew got a little bit ahead of me. Time to catch up. One more little thing before I catch up to my crew. The little stream behind the Slavin farm that went over to what I believe was the barn. That's a little footbridge made out of stacked stone. Up to these stones, cut stones where I think the barn was. And that's pretty neat. We just came from that way, and we've came to this little intersection. If you continue on that way, that takes you along the John Muir Trail to Big Island and the Big South Fork. But we're going to go up this way, and this connects back to the John Muir Trail. After we get to the top of the hill up here, it's actually the Chateau Trace. So we're not going to go across the river. Maude's cracks on top of the ridge above it. That's where we're going to exit. I've been here and showed this in another video of mine, but a lot more weeds and leaves that time of year. There's hardly any now, this early in the spring. But man, the footprint of an old building is still here, and those big stone cut slabs in the ground always fascinate me, and how they're cut off level with each other to support the back of the building. To me, I'm just amazed. Like I said before, these people were engineers, and there's one that has fallen. Information I get, this was once a boarding house, among other things. But yeah, I like it. Pretty neat. So we're gonna head on across the footbridge over No Business Creek and look for another thing or two and head up to Mulch Crack. Yeah, there's the trail up from the bridge and No Business Creek. And when you get up into here and you see this sign, you turn this little switchback and there's that sign. That's when you turn. Well, the sun's gonna get me. The Mulch Crack is right up there. We're gonna head up it in a minute. It's cool. Sun straight through Mulch Crack. That's awesome. All right, got a couple going up the crack. Jacob, you wanna head on that ball? There goes Jacob. And I'm gonna bring up the rear. All right, my turn now. Okay, I'm on top of Mulch Crack Overlook, and I've showed this on several of my videos, but you can't come out here and not put this out there again. It's just incredible. Especially after coming up that little narrow, dark crack from below, and then you're out into these wide open expanses, man. It is stunning. And of course, there to the left is the No Business Butte. We're hiking back up the Terry Cemetery Trail. We're almost back to the cemetery, and we were thinking about going out to see Cap Rock today, but we kind of got split up as a group, and I don't think they went to Cap Rock. I think they came on, so we've got to miss that today. But we'll come back out here another day and see that. But heading on to the cemetery.